It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly. That Business Show gives a voice to Tampa Bay's entrepreneurial community and highlights our community leaders, aiming to inspire and educate our listeners. Become a part of the entrepreneurial movement today by becoming a member of the Tampa Bay Business Owners and get your brand on air today. Visit TampaBayRadio.com for more information. All shows available on demand. Now, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the start of another week of That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. We're here weekday mornings, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Also, video stream available over at TampaBayRadio.com. Also, Kelly Wilson joins the morning discussion now. So, Kelly Wilson, good morning to you.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Thank you so much. How was the weekend?
It was good, thank you. I went bowling.
Bowling, that's one of the...
I haven't been bowling in a long time.
That's one of the sports that I can only tolerate one time per year and really one game per year. It's the only sport out there that nothing changes. It's the same lane, the same 10 pins, the same ball.
That's the same thing
the
for everything.
Same motion. No, it's not. There's no other sport that's exactly the same.
Yes,
You're not even really
it's different every time you put the ball down, the whatever it's called, and then the pins change. Sometimes you knock down one.
There's only so many different combinations those pins can end up in after you hit them too.
Well, my mother was actually, she worked full time with an insurance company growing up, but she was a professional bowler and would travel around all over the United States in different tournaments. And so I have bowling in my blood. I should be really good.
Did you wear that glove that they wear? That really, I don't even know why they wear that thing.
No.
Try to make them feel important or something.
No, in fact, I did very badly, but it was fun.
Anyways, I'm not, as you can see, I'm not a big, what's that?
Did you have a good weekend?
I spent it really working on the podcast side. We'll talk about that at 7:30, but we got the show kind of posted all over on a number of different sites now, podcasting sites. So we'll talk about that at 7:30, but yeah, got a lot of different things going on with the program that I worked on over the weekend.
And excited, we got the official fall-winter issue of Edge Business Magazine launched.
Yes.
In fact, it launched officially this morning, so excited about that. So we'll have that up on the Edge website later today, hopefully. So,
yeah. And we'll talk about that also in the 7:30 segment. Up first, we have the gentleman from Ark Applications in studio with us. We have Daniel Greco, who is a managing director alongside Justin Smith. So, Daniel and Justin, welcome into the program today.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
So, Justin, I will start with you. Just tell us a little bit about what Ark Applications is.
All right. We are a local Tampa-based private equity and business consulting company. It's family-based. There's three principal partners. Myself, my brother-in-law Dan, who's sitting here to my left, and then my dad, Bob Smith.
Okay, so it's a private equity and consulting firm. And how did this get started? Tell us a little bit about the history of this.
It's kind of funny. It was actually about 2 Thanksgivings ago. We were all sitting around, and Dan was looking to expand his, experience, wanted to do something different from what he was doing. And I was in the middle of my MBA, and my dad was wanting to start looking into other things. And so we just started talking and said, why don't we work together and start a new business and start helping local companies, become more successful?
So you had that cash on the side. You wanted to give it back, or not give it back, but, invest in small businesses around. Is it the Tampa Bay region? Do you do investing outside of the Tampa Bay area too?
So far, that's what we focused on, just because we can have a more hands-on approach. It's a little bit easier to have face-to-face meetings and go have constant checkups and be more involved when it's something local. So
are you strictly only involved in the tech circuit, or do you look outside of tech also?
Yeah, we don't limit our opportunities at this point, just because we have such a wide variety of experience amongst the three principal partners and also our 4 advisors. So
that's nice to know.
Yeah.
There is so much concentration in tech, so it's nice to see it involved.
When did Ark Applications launch?
About 2 years ago.
2 years ago,
around that time in Thanksgiving. So.
Okay, so how many different companies have you gotten involved with over these last couple of years in terms of investment?
In terms of investments, we have 2 right now. We've looked at other opportunities, and it's like a used car lot. You see a lot of used cars out there, and then you open the hood, and you're like, wait, we'll back off that one for now.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about the type of company then that you're looking for. I mean, tech is in a lot of people's appetite right today, but tell us, specifically, not specifically, but just, what type of company you're looking for and what they can do to make, the process go smoother when they're talking to an investor.
Yeah, we look at 3 main things. The people at the company, because of course that's important. A ship can't get anywhere without a good team running the ship, and we look at the product that they've created. Is it a good product? What's the market like? What's the market size? That kind of thing. And what processes do they have in place that really make them effective at what they do? So once we go through those 3 aspects, we look at then there's always the due diligence of looking at their books and that kind of thing as well.
Is that where the track usually goes off the rails?
Well,
right there?
there's quite a few places it can go off track, so it just depends on the situation.
Most small business owners, don't necessarily keep good books, if they keep books at all.
Yeah,
and,
if it's not on a piece of paper, jotted down somewhere. Exactly.
Let's throw the microphone over to Daniel, who's a managing director with Ark Applications. Daniel, tell us a little bit more about your role and how you got involved.
Well, I was Chief Operating Officer of a small company here in Tampa and got to the point where I was helping the company become successful. As Justin had indicated, we were sitting around the table around the two Thanksgivings ago, and it just felt like it wanted to do something for myself, and if I could help another company grow, why couldn't I do it for myself? Mm-hmm. So as Justin had indicated, we just said, let's try something different. And our principles are based off of another family business that Justin's involved with, and the rest of his brothers and sisters and his father are involved with. So it ended up being one of those things that we wanted to use the core principles that this business was developed on from that business, and that's really kind of where we ended up.
So 2 years now in the making.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So what's the entrepreneurial community like in your mind in Tampa Bay? I think it's a very ripe community, and a lot of people that come on the program say the same thing. What are you seeing as an investment group?
The ecosystem here in Tampa Bay is unbelievable, and it's continuing to develop. Really encouraged by it. There's a lot of pockets of entrepreneurial vision and innovation going on. You have the Tampa Bay Wave, you have the University of Tampa, you have everything that Jeff Vinnig's doing down in the Channelside area. It's going to be really exciting to see it all come together, and we want to be a little bit part of that, and that's kind of why we're doing one of the things why we're doing what we're doing is to be part of the ecosystem.
That's like Jamie and I as well, wanting to be a part of that ecosystem, and thankfully there are a lot of individuals in the Tampa Bay community reaching out and really wanting to be involved, whether it's with the Tampa Bay business owners, they're being able to support and connect the local business community, as well as Edge and our business magazine that we've launched in the community. So it's great to see that entrepreneurial spirit and those really wanting to help others succeed.
Yeah, it's really a truly exciting time to be here in Tampa Bay.
It really is.
Now, tell us about your involvement with the University of Tampa. They have a great entrepreneurial program over there. Tell us a little bit about your involvement with the University of Tampa.
Both Justin and I are basically entrepreneurs in residence at University of Tampa. So we mentor and support all the students and their ideas, and they have 3 different areas. They have Create, which is I have an idea, I want to develop it. They have their accelerator program, which are pre-revenue companies that are together. And then there's the incubator that are revenue-generating companies, but very small, that have the support of the university in terms of space and everything else. So my role is to be able to help and mentor, as well as Justin.
They've been great over there, and I know I've worked closely with Dr. Kevin Moore and Rebecca White and their team over there. In fact, Rebecca was one of our contributing writers, actually, and Kevin as well, with our premiere issue of Edge that launched a couple years ago. So their involvement has been great, and it's great to see what they've done with the new innovation center over there. How has that changed the UT campus and the whole mindset of the university?
It really is unbelievable. That 8th floor in that building is the crown jewel of the university. It's beautiful. They've spent a lot of time and thought making sure it's a hub for innovation and thought. Dr. White and Dr. Moore have done a very, very great job of being able to really foster that entrepreneurial vision and mindset. And we're just, wonderful. It's exciting for us to be part of that and see that every day.
It's like one of a kind in the country. They were so excited about launching that innovation center, and it's amazing what they've done and are able to do now with that, with the
unbelievable
opportunities there.
So what's the application process for an a business that's out there listening right now to get involved with Ark Applications? What's the first step, first off?
So we have 2 different aspects of our business, as Justin indicated. We have our strategic investment part, and we also have our consultation. So we feel like because of our wide range of skill sets, we're able to help a business in any way possible. If we're looking for an investment, we can surely look at that and evaluate it through our own, what we feel is a very intricate process. And also consultation. We feel like we can help a lot of small businesses get through that glass ceiling or get through some challenges as well. So for us, it's really kind of just reaching out. We have what we call a free consultation process, where we can come in and help evaluate the business and see if we can truly help you.
Now, you step in as actual owners of the business, too. It's not like a bank where you just lend the money and you step aside. It's like you're like on Shark Tank, where you come to an investment group and you say you'll give them so much money for so much equity in the business. That's how this works, correct?
Yes, it is. And we have different mindset in that. So we often joke that we're mentorship capital, more so than strategic investment or dropping money on the table and coming back in a quarter or half a year to say how you're doing. We want to be able to roll our sleeves up and help.
So then you're involved through the process and helping the business grow and ultimately succeed then?
Yes, we are. And in fact, one of our investments that we currently have, Justin and I have inserted ourselves to be able to get that company up and running. until these three gentlemen actually graduate. They're undergraduates at University of Tampa. And once they graduate, they can then take the reins of the business, and we can step back and be in a more of an advisory type of a role.
Very cool. Currently talking to Daniel Greco and Justin Smith with Ark Applications. Learn more about them at arkapps.com. That's ARKAPPS, arkapps.com. Coming back for the break, we're going to get some general investment advice from them. And again, you're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today. Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again.
Heavy traffic on northbound I-75 from before Gibsonton Drive to almost 301. That's all due to a crash off to the left-hand side just before 301. Also heavy traffic on southbound I-75 from south of Fletcher to I-4. The intersection of Nebraska and Hillsboro shut down in the southbound and westbound directions due to an accident. Avoid that one. See traffic problems. Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick. Hillsboro traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Unbound. In places around the world, there are elders who long for community, connection, and the opportunity to live with greater dignity. Sponsor an elder through Unbound and help bring a brighter tomorrow to one person who has helped us all build a better world. Meet one at unbound.org.
Today, partly cloudy with a 30% chance of showers, high 80. Tonight, rain chance increasing with a low 73. Tomorrow, a 60% chance of showers with a high 79.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Missed the show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to That Business Show. Now with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Talking with the gentlemen from Ark Applications. We have Daniel Greco and Justin Smith in studio. Learn more about their services over at arkapps.com. And Justin, let's talk just a little bit about kind of getting your business ready to talk with someone such as yourself. You know, what would you say is the first step? Should they have a business plan in place to talk with you? Is it just enough to kind of bring the financials with them and say, here it is? What do you advise?
Yeah, for an investment opportunity, they really need to know their business, obviously. I mean, having the financials is definitely important. The business plan, giving a lot of thought to the market that they're trying to, penetrate or get into. Those types of things are definitely important. If someone shows up without any research on the product or, the service that they want to offer, it speaks volumes to an investor saying, wait a second, this person most likely is not ready, has not thought through all the issues that they should be if they're trying to raise money for their business idea.
Now, you're looking a lot at tech, and I know apps are all the rave right now. Is that what draws your attention most when somebody comes to you with an app idea, or is there other areas of technology that you're looking at?
It's one of those things where everyone has an app idea these days.
So app is not to your liking necessarily?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It just depends on the situation, to be honest. But for the most part, I feel like everyone and their brother always says, I have an app idea, and, even if you're
That's
sitting
the
around.
new craze right now.
Absolutely. And, everyone has some of these ideas like, oh, I want to make an Uber for, and it's like, well, everyone's thinking about that because Uber's so huge now. So unfortunately, app ideas aren't always the best thing for us to look at. We prefer something that we can get our hands on and really feel, or that there's something that maybe there's some intellectual property behind that you can protect and protect the business from anyone coming along and stealing the idea.
So something extremely innovative and really creative then.
Any ideas in tech that you feel is underserved right now? Any ideas that you've had, thinking about, I think this would be a great idea for somebody to develop? Do you have any of those in the back of your head right now?
Well, I don't know that I'd give them away on a radio show to a lot of listeners, but there is, one product I'm working on or that we're working on that's pretty exciting. And, we do hear some ideas that really, once you hear them, you're like, wow, why didn't I think of that? And you almost get...
So many entrepreneurs, though, stop because they have an idea and they think, oh, it's already been done. It's already been done. But you got to remember, you can always do it better, even if it's already been done out
Absolutely.
there.
My one piece of advice is don't sleep on your idea either. One of the first ideas I had was, and this sounds silly now, but it was an app for GPS inside the mall, finding the store you wanted to find. So I waited 1.5 years to work on this idea, and then 6 months into it, 2 other competing apps released. And I was like, oh my God, if I had done this from the beginning, when I thought of the idea, it probably would have been successful.
That it's so funny because you think about being at a mall and looking for the directory, wherever it might be in a mall to find where you need to go.
That's exactly how it happened. I was actually shopping with Dan for something. I was like, where is this directory? I can't find it anywhere. So
now you have 2 active investments. Are you at liberty to discuss the companies that are currently involved in? Tell us about what's going on.
So the first investment that we did was a company called LiftSync. And it's the students from UT, and it's a wearable device company for weightlifting for sports teams. So it allows a sports team to prescribe and audit a workout routine for the athletes and see the performance over time. So the wearables will connect to the weights automatically and then log how much weight is lifted and what the velocity of the lift is and all these awesome, metrics that you can't measure 100% of the time.
So the device, you attach that to the weight itself, not to the individual?
Well, so there's these little beacons, I guess you could call them, that go onto the weights, and it's identified as each separate weight. And then when you go to lift them, the bracelets read that automatically and save it to your device.
Does it know what type of motion that you're doing, whether it's a curl or a bench press?
And you can prescribe exercises, and it shows up on your wearable, and it says, okay, now do 25 deadlifts or whatever. and then it'll track each rep that you do and the weight lifted and the velocity and all those kinds of things.
That's interesting. So a personal trainer could then give, a student, a to-do list of training, and then they could verify whether or not they actually did it.
Yeah, talk about virtual training. You wouldn't really have to actually be there with them then, right?
Yeah. And that's the best part, because sports teams, if the coach steps into the weight room, all right, that's $400 an hour that, they have to pay them. So now they don't really have to do that. And on top of it, if you think about the college sports teams right now, how much money they spend on these programs, how do they know they're getting the most out of their bang for their buck?
So for that app to be effective over the broad, market, then you probably would need to get the measuring devices inside these big gyms and stuff. Otherwise, you'd have to, people would have to be installing these things on their own weights.
Absolutely. So our intention is to penetrate the college athletic programs first, because that's an easy place to start. They have a set gym that all the athletes have to work in. They have these, huge systems of weights and machines that, they would like to be able to track. And so it makes the most sense, to start off there.
No, it's got to get the measuring device inside the weights, and then people just need to buy the apparatus that goes around the wrist.
Well, and it's a way to give each of the athletes an individual attention, in a sense. If the coaches, there's only so many coaches per athlete.
Yeah, and the athletic trainer could look at them and say, "Hey, Joe, right now you're bench pressing 250 pounds. You really should back off. I noticed that your performance hasn't been as great as it should. Let's go down to 240. That seems more appropriate for you."
And right now, is the application strictly just for weights? Does it involve the cardiovascular involvement at all?
Right now, it's just weights.
Weights, but that's still a great idea.
Yeah, and it's funny talking about a crowded marketplace. Everyone, the Fitbits and all that. The cardio area is covered right now, and so really the value added for these teams is being able to track the weightlifting and maximize the performance in that area.
Good point. And you got another business you're actively involved with. What is that?
It's actually another really cool fitness-related company. It's called PureFit. It's a locally based company that has come up with a credit marketplace for wellness credits. And so insurance companies spend, millions of dollars on providing wellness credits to the companies that pay for the policies. And so PureFit has created this ecosystem where any gym or yoga studio or Pilates studio or whatever can make their system accessible to PureFit. And they get these people who will come in and say, okay, I want to do this day, I want to do this day, and they can rotate around to different fitness solutions, and then the insurance companies get to track how those dollars are used. What performance did they have for that money?
Very cool. Daniel, let's throw the microphone back over to you. Got about a minute left. I know y'all are involved with a number of different community involvement centers around Tampa. Tell us a little bit of some of the other resources around Tampa that entrepreneurs can get involved in.
Well, one really great resource is the Tampa Bay Wave. We have Danny McDonald here with us in studio, and the Tampa Bay Wave is really, really great. University of Tampa. If you're a small business just getting started out, you could apply potentially to be part of their incubator program. There's some really wonderful resources here in Tampa, and as the ecosystem continues to grow, as we talked earlier, I can see more and more resources coming up and being available to entrepreneurs, early stage companies, and mid stage companies as well.
All right, and for people out there that have a business that they'd like you all to get involved with, how should they get in touch with you?
I think the best way is to either call us or email us, and we'd be happy to talk to you about your business, whether it's on the investment side or the consultation side. We have a wonderful group of individuals that work with us at Ark. We have our, the three principals. We have 4 awesome advisors that, Danny included, that really are a great addition to our team, and really we're looking to help and help businesses grow.
All right, you can give them a call, 973-670-7238. That's Daniel's number. Again, 973-670-7238, or visit arkapps.com. So, Daniel and Justin, good discussion, and thank you for what you're doing for the community.
Thank you for having us.
And again, they are the gentlemen with Ark Applications, so if you've got a business that needs some investment, reach out to them and give them a pitch. You've been listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
I feel guilty that I can't always be there when Mom feels stuck at home. She was always there for us. But now she can't get out, and I'm not always available to take her places. Someone else needs to help her get around. Then I learned about Home Instead. Now Mom can do what she enjoys because her personal caregiver is there, and I can just be a daughter again.
Are you struggling to care for your loved one? We can help. Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Speed. Heavy traffic on the southbound Veterans Expressway from just south of State Road 54 to Hutchinson, and a serious crash investigation in Tampa has westbound Hillsborough Avenue shut down at Nebraska, southbound also being affected. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abrahamson Udrich. Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance.
1250 winds weather center forecast. Look for increasing clouds. Breezy and warm today. Low 80s for the high. Late day showers possible. Tonight's low in the lower 70s. We'll see rain and clouds tomorrow as the front starts to move in. Upper 70s by the end of the week. Friday, low 60s. Impact Radio 1250 winds, WHNZ.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Missed the show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to the morning discussion here on That Business Show, now with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Learn more about the program over at TampaBayRadio.com. Also, we got the site posted in a number of different places over the weekend. A lot of podcasting sites for all the podcasting fans that are out there. It's a whole another market of listeners that are out there in addition to just the terrestrial radio market. So one of the things we did is we opened up thatbusinessshow.com, which is a site where all of the audios from the program, less the first couple of months. I got to put those up there manually because the RSS feed, which is technical talk, but nonetheless.
Terrestrial. Where does that come from?
Terrestrial just
watched
means ground-based.
over the weekend.
Terrestrial means terrestrial just means ground-based. And,
is that right?
Yeah, terrestrial radio means based on the ground, whereas extraterrestrial would be like out into space and everything. So.
So that's why E.T. was out in space.
Yeah,
somewhere.
E.T. extraterrestrial, yes.
Okay, so,
yes, so we put the show up there on thatbusinessshow.com, which is working off of the RSS feed, and then people can listen to all the episodes and easily share it across different mediums. And so thatbusinessshow.com is up and ready. So please, if you're a past guest on the program, please go on there and share your episode. There was on, you can share it across Facebook, Google, Twitter, all over the place. So thatbusinessshow.com is now an additional website that's out there for use. Now, Kelly, you got the Edge Business Magazine released over the weekend. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Very excited about our fall-winter issue that launched. We did a soft launch last week and launched the official version of the issue this morning. So happy to have Terry Blachek as our feature cover for that issue, and he is the area developer and owner partner of Orange Theory Fitness, and was involved in the original groundbreaking of it a few years ago. So it was great to get his story on the development of Orange Theory and how they pretty much took a concept and blew it up across the country, so to speak. And I mean, it's amazing that they're number 60 as far as the Inc. Fast Business Growing companies, and they've just done amazing things. So, and you have to make sure you catch the editorial and read that, because it's an amazing story behind Terry Blachek.
Now, the Edge Business Magazine, Kelly launched that, a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, we launched a couple years ago, actually partnered with the Tampa Tribune originally. They came on with that, and we were working with the Tribune as far as trying to provide a business magazine for the Tampa Bay community. We've always had the Tampa Bay Journal, which is more of a newspaper concept, and but we wanted to bring an educational component and again, just another feature and push into kind of the ecosystem that we were just talking about earlier with the entrepreneurial community for Tampa Bay. So it's an opportunity to educate and collaborate and bring great like-minded individuals together.
Now, EDGE is also an acronym. I love the acronym. Entrepreneurs dedicated to growth and excellence. It fits hand in hand so well with the mission of this program, which is to get to highlight the business owners and entrepreneurs and community leaders out in front of you, the listener, who we hope to inspire to step outside of the box and start their own business. And so much of what America is built on is starting your own business and everything. And so EDGE Business, just another resource here that we're adding to the mix of that business show. Tell us about that first magazine that you launched and how you became inspired to start a magazine.
Well, I love publishing, and that I always knew when I launched the EDGE community a couple years ago that I wanted to incorporate the business magazine into that, and knowing too that Tampa Bay really didn't have a major business publication. Most major cities do. Orlando has I-4 Exchange and these different business publications, and most cities do. So I wanted to incorporate that in, and I wanted Bob Buckhorn, our great Tampa mayor, to be involved.
Yeah, I saw him on a past
he was on our premiere issue that we launched, and it was when I was sitting down with my graphic team to originally launch that, I said, I want the cover to be Mayor Buckhorn holding the city in his hands. And they all argue with me, Kelly, no way, it's not going to happen. I'm just make it happen. So we were able to do that through Photoshop and different things, and actually did put
there it is up on the live video stream as well.
Into his hands. So again, and as we talked about earlier, the Dr. Kevin Moore and Dr. Rebecca White from UT, they were a part of the contributing writers for that first issue. And we've had a lot of great people reaching out through the community that want to be involved and want to write. We've had great editorial. So in this issue, we have how to become a rock star in your business and great pitching, sales pitch types of ideas and how to talk. We also have Dr. Michael O'Neill, which is Cooperative Med, was the founder and more of a concierge doctor.
Yeah, concierge medicine. Yes, been on the program before.
He did a great editorial piece on stress. And, us as small business owners and entrepreneurs, a lot of times stress can creep up on us. And it was different ways of how to look at that.
I don't think it really creeps up on us. It's always there.
I think you're right, too. But I think, you don't think you realize how detrimental stress can be to us over time. So it's, symptoms and things to look for as far as from a business owner perspective on dealing with stress. But also a great editorial on how to build, how to scale your business from small to medium. Just a lot of great editorial pieces. So
now your community, the EDGE business community, are contributing writers to the magazine. Am I correct?
Correct. Yes. So most of the individuals involved in business community, have been involved in EDGE as well.
Do you find that most of them are good, skilled writers? Do you have to jump in there as an editor and clean this up?
Yeah, everything is edited as well because
it's a beautiful magazine, by the way.
Thank you.
It was tremendously produced. The graphics are incredible. Just very amazed at the quality of it. And you've got it up online, or you'll have it up online.
Yeah, I'm not sure if our guys got it up onto the website yet. If not, it should be later today. And it's on our Facebook page. If you go to EDGE Business on Facebook, you can click on it and have the link. It's also on Kelly Wilson on my personal Facebook page. It's on LinkedIn. It's pretty much on all the social networks at this point. But it will be on the website edgebusiness.org. Hopefully later today. So you can pretty much download it at that point and share it on all of the social media platforms as well. So
also wanted to mention the upcoming Business Show Awards dinner today at the Brown Glazer Family JCC, which is where the award show is going to be held. Is the ribbon cutting today?
Yeah, this morning is the ribbon cutting for that new JCC on 10 a.m. this morning is the ribbon cutting, and I know the governor, Rick Scott, is going to be attending that as well, and I know they've been working on that Glazer JCC. What is the formal name?
The Brown Glazer Family JCC.
Yeah,
so it's been
in the works for quite some time.
Yeah, it's been several years. It's at 522 North Howard Avenue, and people that drive up and down the street there will notice they just lit it up last week, and it's a very beautiful renovation.
Yeah, you've had the pleasure of being inside of it. I have not yet, but I look forward to seeing it. Yeah, I was excited to hear that the ribbon cutting is this morning, and that'll be a great time over there.
And so, yeah, we'd like to extend an invite to all the listeners. We did the first annual That Business Show Awards Dinner last January, and we had 150 people in the room, and I sold it out in 3 days. The only mistake I made is I booked too small of a room at the Center Club. And so the JCC will hold up to 600 people. Don't know if we'll get 600 people there necessarily, but we'll definitely get probably around 400. And so the event is geared towards people that have been on the program. We announced different nominees for different business categories. Those nominees will go out on January 9th, but we'll have categories like Best Business, Best Social Media Use, Most Innovative, Best Startup, and we create a whole social media promotion around it. And last year, the event went viral. I mean, locally went viral. I couldn't believe what we had created right there until I did the award show dinner.
I was not able to attend last year, but I will be a part of it obviously this year coming up, or I guess next year, as it'll be in 2017. But looking forward to a great event, and it'll be great just having it at the new facility there.
Yeah, the new facility also has a Olympic-sized swimming pool, a fitness center, a little cafe, and from what I'm told, all the events on the weekends, it's pretty much sold out there. And so this place is going to become the premier event place for a lot of venues in South Tampa, really even across Tampa, not just South Tampa.
I was surprised. So I had a direct piece, a mail piece in the mail recently that was promoting memberships for the JCC. I didn't realize that they had the Olympic pool and the workout centers and all of the everything that they're offering there. When we originally talked, I thought it was just more of a venue for events, but apparently it has much more than that.
It's a complete community center, and complete with memberships and also office space, co-working space for people as well. So I got to tour the facility about a month and a half ago, and looking forward to its being involved in the community. Speaking of availability, we've opened up.
I was just going to say that. Go ahead.
Speaking of availability, we've opened up the program to a broader market across the internet. Last week I spent developing the show onto a number of podcasting sites. It's always been up on iTunes as a podcast, but that market is a lot of listeners out there. And this show here is based on terrestrial radio, but there are so many people out there producing quality programs across podcasts. And so we put it out there on Stitcher. It's on Blueberry. It's on Google Play. It's on TuneIn. It's on Player.fm. It's on Feedcat. It's on what is the other ones? There are so many different podcasting sites that are out there.
I'm learning all about the podcasting world.
And also the video cast as well. And so for people that are not able to listen on terrestrial radio and listen on the podcast, it's everywhere now. And I'm actually doing a school on this. It's started teachable.com. You can do different online courses for different topics. And so I'm doing a course on how to start a podcast / radio show. And I'm going to talk all about hosting your own files, the server, the podcast generator, getting it out there, what an RSS feed is, feeding it to all these different sites, because the radio is just one medium that we disseminate the program across. And so putting together a course on how to start your own podcast / radio show. And so it'll probably take me a few weeks to put it together. You got to do different lectures and videos, attach the files. And I've already written like a book on this. And so I'm just really going to just take the book and just kind of put it out to a course and then stick some type of fee on it and whatnot. But just another way to extend the brand, getting it out there in addition to just, local-based radio, but out there to the entire nation or international market through the use of podcasting. And podcasting, you hear us talking about a number of times.
We have an event coming up for podcasting December 15th.
Yes.
Coming up, it'll be here at iHeart, right?
Yes.
And that'll be a great event. If you're into the podcasting or wanting to learn about it, we'll have some great information for you there. So definitely get on the website, tbbo.org, and you can get registered for that as well.
That's on December 15th here at the iHeart radio stations. It's going to be hosted by Chris Kermitzos, who first kind of got me into the podcasting world. I mean, I was on the radio, but I didn't really consider myself a podcaster. And when I met him, he's like, "Are you up on iTunes?" I was like, "I don't even know how to get on iTunes."
Well, you've learned a lot since
I've learned a lot, and you've got to learn what an RSS feed is and how to upload RSS feeds. Unless you use third-party sites like Libsyn or Buzzsprout, those things create the RSS feeds for you when you upload the files. But you can host your own files for free, and then you can send the RSS feeds over to iTunes and Stitcher and all those different places. And once that RSS feed's up and running, then it's so easy to submit the podcast to a number of different sources and different markets out there. And so that's just another way that we're helping to grow and expand the program. So let's take a break here. Currently talking about the program and some of the resources that we offer here through the program, through Edge and through Tampa Bay business owners, which we'll talk a little bit more about when we come back from the break, how to get involved with our business community again, which is Tampa Bay business owners. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you. Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again. If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
From the RP Funding Traffic Network.
Brush fire on Tarpon Springs still has traffic slow on northbound US 19 north of Tarpon Road. The right lane is blocked there. Also heavy traffic on southbound US 19 through Clearwater. Crash at 66th Street and Almerton. Northbound 275 off the Howard Franklin Bridge. Crash has the intersection of Hillsborough and Nebraska for the most part shut down. Use MLK or Florida as your alternates. And also northbound 75 still slow north of Big Bend. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Utica Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Think It Up.
Hi, I'm Nick Jonas, and I'm here to tell you about Think It Up, a new initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, How can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join us at thinkitup.org.
Today, partly cloudy with a 30% chance of showers, high 80. Tonight, rain chance increasing with a low 73. Tomorrow, a 60% chance of showers with a high 79.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed the show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. If you're wondering how to get onto the program, visit tbsinterview.com. Over there, a lot of FAQs on what the program has in terms of listenership and resources and additional value points. In addition to just coming on to the AM-based radio, there's a lot of other features that you get by coming onto the radio program here and talking about your business or your organization. Again, tbsinterview.com, and you'll get to meet me and Kelly. Just another one of the many benefits of coming onto the radio program. Kelly, you had something about one of your members there you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, Co-Creative is definitely a great organization. They have shared office space. When we were talking about office space earlier, so definitely wanted to mention that if anyone is looking for office space in the Tampa Bay area, especially in the downtown location, they have a beautiful space available. 601 Ashley, I believe is the address. Actually, Edge has an office there as well. And just some beautiful space and great deals going on right now for individual offices, small and medium, even to large, and just some great space there. So cocreative.com for additional details on that. But highly recommend it if you're looking for office space and somewhere to plant your business because, again, great space, great vibe. I even have like this relaxing music playing like throughout the facility. You walk down the hallway and hear jazz, and you can't beat that.
Very cool.
And great views from the 11th floor. So.
Also, we have an event coming up this Wednesday. It's our monthly main event. This is going to be on goal fulfillment, tracking and measuring your progress in 2017. And this is one of our signature events that go on each and every month at the Center Club. It's from 5 to 7:30. This is a free event for members, and for non-members, it's $49. But if you email me, as always, and say that you heard about it onto the radio show and have never been to a main event before, we will get you involved for free. And so again, Jamie at TampaBayRadio.com. Wait till about midday though to send me an email. We are in the process of switching over emails today and going to a new Exchange server. So if you send me an email right now, it's going to bounce right back to you. So wait for midday before.
Send me an email, but not right now.
I just remembered that. Yeah, we're doing the email migration today. So yeah, you got to wait till midday before you can send me an email. Jamie at TampaBayRadio.com. And again, this is going to be a panel of experts featuring four CEOs from our organization, and they're going to talk about how to improve your business in 2017 through goal setting and measuring of the progress and stuff. And so that's going to be going on this Wednesday from 5 to 7:30. Just one of the many events that we do at the Tampa Bay Business Owners.
Yeah, I can't believe 2017 is just right around the corner.
It's been a unique year. I tell you what, I'm ready for 2016 to be over. It's been a year unlike any other, in a number of different ways. And 2017 is definitely going to be proved to be a different year, especially with the new man in the office up there. He's already setting some precedents there that are shaking up the marketplace out there and stuff. So we'll have to wait and see how it benefits business. I'm pretty gung ho though on how it's going to help business because that's what this show is all about, is small business. And so we want you, the small business owner, to get involved with the program and with our community. Tampa Bay Business Owners is the business network that is behind this program. Memberships in the organization are $59 a month or $595 for the year, with a $250 startup fee. And if you come onto the radio show and you pay the $250 startup fee, then we waive that afterwards, and you can join the organization for as low as just, again, $59 a month or $595. And also we're working on bringing the Edge benefits into the Tampa Bay Business Owners as well. Development of the magazine and having the members being contributing writers to the magazine in addition to your colloquiums and other things along that nature.
Yeah,
and
colloquiums are our luncheons as well. Yeah, opportunities just again to provide education for the business community beyond just the members, everyone. They're open to everyone, but it's we're always looking for great information.
And I love that word colloquium, by the way. I didn't even know what that word meant until I met you and everything. So your monthly colloquiums, which are essentially a power lunch, and so another member benefit is getting to speak in front of the members.
Yeah, actually, it's all about supporting all of us, supporting one another. So anyone that has an expertise and a specialty in a business that can, obviously we want to promote you and your business, but if you can share that expertise with the business community and you can help advance their careers, and the idea is we all succeed together. So we're always looking for contributing writers and speakers as well. So
Tampa Bay Business Owners, again, is a 8-year-old business network founded by my partner Chris Kermitzos and around 300 members, again, that gets together monthly for different events focusing on education and collaboration. I and Kelly coming on board earlier this year through the radio show and through the magazine, and just growing the brand again.
The ecosystem, so to speak.
Ecosystem, there you go.
To support the small business community. So.
And we would, again, like to extend an invite to other business owners to get involved with the community. It's a very entrepreneurial community here in Tampa Bay, so please help one another through the use of the Tampa Bay Business Owners,
and
Edge, and the magazine and the radio show.
And you may not be able to send Jamie an email right now, but you can send me one. It's kw@edgebusiness.org. So if you have any questions or any interest in being on the show or being a part of the communities, the magazine, luncheons, kw@edgebusiness.org.
And also, I'll remind the listeners that I do sell real estate for Coldwell Banker. A lot of people have forgotten that I do that.
Do you have time to still do that?
Yeah, when I sell bank properties. And so it's a
well, you have a
market.
staff that helps you and handles that. So.
And but I can help people buying or selling real estate. We do have a team behind us at Coldwell Banker. And so if I can help you buying or selling real estate, please reach out to me. I have been on the Wall Street Journal list for the last 3 years, top 100 real estate agents in the country, and also a top 10 Coldwell Banker agent that's on a national level. Last year I was number 4. Number 5 the year before that, number 10 before that. And so I definitely know how to move some homes. That's actually how this program got started 3 years ago, was the Jamie Meloni Real Estate Show. All those shows are still archived and available over at tampabayradio.com too. Across the menu bar, if you search for, or if you just see the JMRES, that is the Jamie Meloni Real Estate Show. And first went on the air September 2013, and then did that for a year and about 4 months. And then we morphed it into That Business Show on February 2nd, 2015. And then Kelly came along about, 6 weeks ago now?
Just about 2 months now.
2 months ago, and you still not smoking?
Yeah, it's been 7 weeks.
She comes on the show, and she quits smoking, too. See the positive effects of the program right there? Come onto the program and quit smoking. Just another promo for the program. So.
Yeah, no, I feel good and healthy, and so I'm doing well.
All right, stay tuned. Coming back from the break, we're going to be talking a little bit of banking talk here on the program. We're going to be talking with Bill Gady. He is a business banking and market executive with the Bank of America here in Tampa Bay. And again, if you'd like to get onto the program yourself, please visit tbsinterview.com. You've been listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.